Tony D and Little Joan just off camera, and this is your Piney podcast. All things South Jersey. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Thanks for checking out the Pineys, books 1 through 13, available at Amazon.com. Nothing more South Jersey than the Pineys. Thank you. What's going on with me? Not much. I will be at Valenzano Winery on Friday from 4 to 6 for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Should be a nice evening. Should involve some wine. So I hope you can make it out. Let's get into it. As always, I'll start with the crime and then work our way up to nicer stories. First up, New Jersey woman convicted of own mother's murder in their Mount Laurel home. Jeez, that's awful. They shared for over 4 years. Burlington County Prosecutor Lachia Bradshaw announced the charges. Jeez, that's awful. New Jersey man charged with shooting driver who got lost in Lakewood. He drove himself to a hospital in Brick after getting shot. Well, geez, seems a bit extreme. I mean, you don't have to give him directions, but you don't have to shoot the guy. Awful. Cherry Hill East school officer struck by vehicle while directing traffic. The victim is a 56-year-old retired Cherry Hill police officer, sustained serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Okay. Recover soon. New Jersey police rescue a woman, young child, from a vicious dog attack. This was in Hackensack. Oh, that's up north. But it was a pit bull. So watch out. Look, if you got a big dog, you got to train it. You got to have control of it. In Buena, a bar brawl, man with a gun stabbed another wanted. Okay, it's not good. This was on January 7th at L's Central Jersey Station Bar. Buena's a little rough. You gotta watch yourself in Buena. Haddon Heights home burns in 2-alarm fire, according to the New Jersey Pen. No serious injuries reported, so that's good. No, this cop wasn't drunk. Here's what happened. Driving along the northbound side of the highway when suddenly a police car came flying up on the shoulder. Not sure if it was the left or side. Doesn't really matter. Lights were flashing. So it had to be something serious. Sounds like the cop wasn't in the car. He was swerving all over. It's a strategy police officers are using on freeways to slow down the entire traffic flow. Oh, weird. So he was swerving to make everybody else slow down on purpose. I've never heard of that. Doesn't seem safe, though. But I will say the one thing cops have going for them is they do a lot of driving. And they're trained, they're trained to shoot, but they don't shoot every day. They rarely fire their weapon in the performance of their duties. But driving, they do all the damn time. I mean, that's mostly what they do, especially if you're a patrol officer. So they actually get very, very good at it. My friend was a cop, and he was a good driver. Police get new tools to combat rowdy teens. Okay. Governor Murphy rejects fines for underage drinking. So, what are they doing then? Changes to policing. Okay. Many officers simply did not confront minors suspected of illegally using alcohol or weed. So, in other words, they're correcting what Murphy did. Shore towns have acted on their own. Good. Good, I say. Look, it got out of control again on the boardwalks because they backed off. I don't know why. Who cares about the damn teenagers? Look, teenagers get in trouble. Should they be intimidated by the cops? I mean, not regularly, but I'm sure a cop will have a gruff word to say or two. Uh, we also, on the one hand, you can't traumatize a kid, but on the other hand, you can't go by the trigger warnings some of these Gen Zers claim to have. It's got to be a middle ground in there, you know. He, sure, you don't want a police officer screaming in a kid's face who's barely done anything, but you also don't want teens who don't feel like the cops are a threat. They have to be worried that the cops are going to arrest them a little bit, because if teenagers aren't worried, if they think they can get away with anything right in front of the cops, they're going to push their luck, because that's just the nature of being a teenager. They should see a cop and they should be like, "Oh, I better not do anything while I'm around him." That should be the minimum, and they shouldn't. Um, you should respect a cop because they're only human. Number one, and number two, they do have power and influence. So, uh, you know, there's no reason to be rude or do something crazy in front of the cops just to say, I did something crazy. You know, a lot of cops will be fun guys. They'll joke around or whatever. But if you're doing something illegal, yeah, I mean they're going to arrest you. If you're drinking, most often than not, they just take the beer away from you and make you pour it out or whatever. Same thing with pot. Don't drink on the boardwalk, dummies. You're supposed to go to a secluded place to do that. When you're a teenager, you're supposed to go in the woods. You're supposed to go somebody's garage or some place where nobody can see you. You're not supposed to go on a boardwalk. Maybe under the boardwalk, but that's a risk too. It's a public area. Just don't bother the cops. Tammy Murphy, I'm not sure a male would be asked this question. And that's pretty much what you can garner from if Tammy Murphy gets elected into Senator Menendez's seat. So I don't know who's more woke, her or Andy Kim. Supporters now want to revive some of the 10,000 bills now dead in Trenton, including casino smoking ban, because, you know, again, Democrats, all the problems in New Jersey, this is what they're focused on. How about lowering taxes? How about, I don't know, fixing the roads? How about lowering taxes? AFSME, New Jersey, endorses Andy Kim in his primary challenge against embattled Senator Robert Menendez. So this is the choice on the Democrat side. Andy Kim, Tammy Murphy, Menendez. I kind of think one of them will take it. Probably leaning towards Andy Kim, only because, unlike Tammy Murphy, he's got experience. Now, I don't know if that's good or bad. He's kind of a clown. You might remember him from a certain incident in January one year where he picked up trash. Didn't seem particularly effective. Didn't seem particularly ineffective. Just seemed like grandstanding. I don't know. My friend likes him, but we don't agree politically. So I would rather get a Republican in, or anybody other than a Democrat, quite frankly. But I would say marginally better than Tammy Murphy, who just, I don't know. I don't want Tammy Murphy at all. She sounds like she would be a disaster. I mean, at this point, out of the three of them, maybe Bob Menendez isn't so bad. I mean, he just limits his bribery. Haddonfield Board of Education cancels Kingsway purchase, delays bond referendum. What's next? The school district still intends to purchase development of an early childhood education center. But I guess there's a lot of bureaucracy. This is the kind of stuff that the state should be working on getting rid of. Bret Hart says Trump was a really big fan of wrestling and had a lot of respect for wrestlers. So there you go. I talked about Trump in WrestleMania 4 and 5 in Atlantic City. So one bright political note in New Jersey, I guess. New year, new healthcare laws in New Jersey. Oh, good. Oh boy, more laws. Everybody loves laws. Um, so he's promoting health equity. It sounds like commie gobbledygook. The current requirement of individualized prescription imposes an unnecessary burden on people who are unable to afford the time to get a health care provider. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what he's doing. I don't trust Murphy at all. So hopefully he'll leave very soon. New Jersey drivers could be hit with a $500 new fine passed by lawmakers. Hooray! It's New Jersey's move over law. You're already required to move over a lane or slow down when you see certain vehicles along the roadway with their lights flashing. New Jersey law encompasses emergency vehicles, tow trucks, garbage trucks, highway maintenance vehicles, and more. Failure to do so can result in a fine ranging to $100 to $500. Under a bill approved by the Senate on Monday, the rules would be expanded to include disabled vehicles that have their hazard lights are flashing or are utilizing flares or reflective triangles. Okay. Sure. I mean, people try to do that, I think. The people who don't, I don't think are going to listen to this law. They're just blasting by, but once again, more laws, everybody. Oh, now that we're smarter, embrace the mask, says a New Jersey editorial. No, thank you. I'm not embracing the mask. Route 70 project could last years, but new traffic closures start now. Find out where. It's in Cherry Hill. So this is going to be a mess, but 70 was already kind of a mess. So if you live in the area, you probably already know. This is going to start, it says it started on January 5th. So this has already been in effect for over a week. New Jersey mom accused of letting teen drive car used in 100-mile plus crash rejects plea deal. This is a woman from Pittsgrove. I mean, the kid was 15, so that seems like a big no-no. And, yeah, I mean, that's crazy. He crashed and killed another teen. Oh, the 15-year-old was a teen that was killed. That's a shame. It sounds like the other kid he's now 17. When did it happen? It happened last year. So he was 16. So maybe he had his learner's permit. The vehicle was traveling 108, 104. Jesus. Pierce allegedly told the troopers he had killed his best friend at the scene. Phew. What the hell, man? Look, getting your car up to that speed is scary. The car shakes. I did it one time, and I immediately slowed down. But I was on a highway. But yeah, you don't want to do that. It's man, one thing goes wrong at that speed, you're toast. So, do not drive that fast ever. Unless Godzilla is stomping on the city behind you, there's no reason to drive 100 miles an hour. Why would anyone in New Jersey eat chain pizza in a state with so much good pizza? Yeah, I don't get it either, but the worst, to me, the worst local mom and pop place is still better than Pizza Hut and Papa John's and all these others. It's, there's so many great ones. I just went to one 2 nights ago. It's called Sal's. It's over, it's near the Starbucks in Marlton. What a great place. My friend turned me on to it, and I was meeting him there for, coffee, and I said, I don't really want coffee. I'm going to have iced tea. I don't drink coffee or hot tea. I wasn't in the mood for hot tea. I was definitely going to get an iced tea, and then I said, well, let me go get some pizza because I really don't want any cake. I hadn't really eaten a lot of dinner, so, oh man, I got 2 slices. They were fantastic. Every time I've had Pizza Hut pizza, not a great experience. It's from Medigans. Measles in New Jersey, a case confirmed after Philadelphia outbreak. That's not good. Stay vigilant for measles. If any individual was exposed to this measles case, got infected, symptoms could wait to appear until as late as February 2nd. It can take up to 2 years. High fever, cough, runny nose, rash, red, watery eyes, or pink eye. Yeah, that's not good. How the hell did that happen? Aren't people vaccinated against measles, or you had them? Yeah, so watch yourself. Fortunately, we're kind of in a paranoia. There's still sort of at the tail end of the paranoia about. I mean, I just read the thing about the mask, so hopefully, people, if they feel sick, they'll stay at home. New Jersey drag brunch prompts backlash. New support for local bar. Look, I don't give a crap if you want to go to a drag show. I went to a drag show. I got dragged there. By some people at the comic book show. Oh, we're going to Barb and Barbara's, I think it's called. Bob and Barbara's. I said, okay, we're going to the drag show. It was fine, but there weren't kids there. It's an adult situation. There's booze, there's people dancing around provocatively. So, this seems like they're knocking the Trump supporters. But who knows if it's legit. There's a lot of psyop stuff going on. The event was not explicitly marketed as a family-friendly gathering, according to this. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with it. If it doesn't appear that he invited kids. It was a brunch. As long as there weren't kids there, I don't care. I don't care. Do what you want. I don't care if they were naked. If it was all adults, who cares? But stuff like this, you don't know. These days, man, it is thick. The sort of distractions they put out. Could this be a legit thing? I mean, it could be well-meaning knucklehead Christians getting their back up. Oh, we're going to stop all the drag. No, idiots. Adults can do what they want. If kids were there, that's a different story. Now, maybe they're trying to slip the kids in there under the radar. Not really anything you can do about that. I think, if you see it and it's really egregious, I don't know, report it if it's illegal, videotape it, maybe, I don't know. I don't encourage a lot of this sort of activism unless it's like you know what you're doing, know what you're getting into. If no one is bringing kids to this thing, if it wasn't marketed to kids, then let it go. Let it go. You're just going to make everybody on the right side of politics look bad, and you know what happens. People in the media, 90% of them are on the left. They're going to pick up a story like this. If you F up, let's say you F up, you go there thinking, oh man, they're going to bring kids. You organize a big protest, and then you get there, and then they explicitly said in several advertisements, do not bring children 18 and above. How's that going to look? Know what you're doing. If they didn't invite kids, then this is fine. If this is a bar, kids aren't supposed to be in bars. Now, again, if they let kids in, maybe you videotape it and call the cops. I don't know, but you gotta use some sense if you're going to do this. If you're going to have some kind of reasonable protest, and maybe you could always talk to the bar. You could always call them up and say, hey, listen, I know you're having a drag show brunch thing there. Are you guys aren't having kids, right? And if the bar says, no, this is an adult only thing, and we advertise it that way, they'll probably tell you straight up how they did things. Probably. Depends on who you get on the phone. Now, would they lie to you? Maybe some people would, but I think most people don't want trouble. They wanted to do this because they feel inclusive and whatever. So if they're all adults and you don't have a problem with it, and let them do it, and then it goes away. You draw a bunch of attention to it. Well, then they want to kick it up a notch. We had our drag march. We're gonna have it every week, and now we're gonna bring kids, and then yeah, don't don't make trouble unless there's something to protest. Make sure there's something to protest, and as always, obey the law. Be nice to people. Don't start nothing. More residents are moving away from New Jersey than any other state. Well, that's a shame. But we do have high taxes. I mean, 65% of New Jersey moves were outbound. Vermont is one of the places they're going to. States with lower density, affordable costs, insurance rates. Oh, we're in the top. Look at that. New Jersey, Illinois, New York. I got to think most of this. I would love to see the stats between North and South Jersey. That would be interesting. But they're moving out of Illinois, North Dakota, New York, Michigan, California, Massachusetts, Kansas. So, bummer. I don't know. I still like South Jersey. New Jersey's great cultural divide is not North and South, but New York City versus Philadelphia. That's mostly true, I guess. Yeah. But there is some more to it than that. North Jersey is very New York. It always has been. It's very urban. Everybody up there is all about the city, the city, the city. Oh, going to the city tonight? The city, the city, the city. They tend to get New York affiliates. They tend to like New York teams. South Jersey is partly influenced by Philadelphia, but it's also a lot of woods, a lot of farms. So, not so much. North Jersey is so connected to New York. It's like another borough, really. Stratford, former Bradley's conversion warehouse, heads to joint land use review. This isn't too far from me. I guess. I don't know what they're going to put here. They're building warehouses like crazy. More New Jersey flood strands 14 at Egg Harbor Township Motel destroys Burlington County homes. That's not good. So was that the Travel Inn? I don't know where this is. First responders rescued 14 people who were stranded by floodwaters. Water began filling rooms. Oh my God. Here's some more flooding. Flooded roads, down power lines, utility disconnections. Camden County communities reckon with storm cleanup. Had a lot of branches, but I was okay. It was a bit stormy. Here. Had some issues with other things too, falling over. Mostly all outside. No flooding here though. Voluntary excavation or evacuation, urged before flooding in Burlington County. So there's that. It's rough. New Jersey is very low to the ocean, very close to it, I'll say. A wintry week of weather for snow, 3 snow chances, frigid temps. Oh, please no snow. Please. It was cold today. Sunday, snow squalls. I was just out there. It doesn't feel like snow. And Tuesday, light snow. That seems to be on the radar. And then it's the third day, I think, Friday, a potential winter storm. But that's a long way away. So we'll see if it gets there. Yeah, that looks like it might happen. So we'll see. Step into the Sopranos world, a guided tour of New Jersey show locations. I mean, yeah, people like this, I guess. It's been a while, though. So, these are some of the places. I remember that. Stuff from the credits. The house, of course. The deli or meat market. motels and stuff. I mean, yeah, sure, I guess if you're still really into Sopranos. The only guy I know super into the Sopranos still is Ethan Van Sciver. He loves that. He talks about it. He mentions it every once in a while. So I could see him taking this. Lollipop Club and Crazy Horse. I don't remember. I kind of remember that one. Garden State Plaza Mall. Yeah, I remember some of these. Man, it's been so long though. It was a while ago. Breaking news: nuclear war. Cities most at risk with nuclear war. 2 in New Jersey. Okay. Washington D.C. Most at risk. I don't know if that's true because they say if you take out the leaders, then there's nobody to surrender. But New York City, high risk. Yeah, duh. 2 New Jersey cities are vulnerable to attack: Jersey City and Newark. Really? Those are the cities? Why? They lump them in as cities being vulnerable because of the close proximity to New York. High risk. I guess because it'll miss New York and hit Jersey City or Newark? Seems weird. I wouldn't think they would be targeted, though. Right? Why would they target them? Like, Philadelphia has the shipyard, which I don't even know if it's operational anymore, but there's that, and there's various military things. I mean, it's Fort McGuire base. Wouldn't they go after the forts? I don't know. It's weird. Reunion Hall. 56 taps, 3 food concepts, 5 years in the making. All right, this is in Haddon Township. Chicken joint, local standards, Poppy Taco. Where's this? Doesn't say the exact address. Let's click read more. Oh no, I had to subscribe. Well, trying to think where that is just by the picture. This is in Haddon Township. It must be new. It looks like a new building. Very hipster with the lights and stuff. I would check it out, sure. I mean, I like tacos, so why not? Not like a beer guy, though. Carpet and Tile Mart Flooring Super Center coming to Lawnside former K-Mart building. Okay. So look for that. Losing another craft brewery, Forgotten Boardwalk. I love that name, by the way. It's being forced out. Landlord failed to agree on lease extension, loaner said. After nearly 10 years, it'll close its doors by March. That's a shame. Maybe they could get... Can they not? They lease the space out from underneath this, it says. Can't you guys, like, find a new space? Or... That's a shame. Oh, they got skee ball? Oh, man. I haven't done an event here, but sounds like my kind of place. Playables, Sewell, Washington Township is open. Playables, New Jersey's original acai shop. Was that like fruit bowls? I guess. Yes. So you get like tropical fruits and nuts in a bowl. That looks good. I mean, I'm not a big coconut fan, but fresh coconut, maybe. Chipotle opens 2 more locations, including Tom's River. I'm out for Chipotle, as you know, because I got sick 2 times at Chipotle. I blame the guacamole. Union Lake crossing Millville, adding Fun City, Five Guys, Crumble, Skechers, and Inspira and more. Wow, they're building a lot of stuff here. Oh, crap. I need to do that. Closing a window. Millville's Union Lake Crossing Center. Okay, so they're building a bunch of stuff here. Things are popping off in Millville. I guess my guess would be it's kind of close to the college, so maybe that's the reason. Did you know there's an actual Timbuktu in New Jersey? Okay, good to know. Where is it? It's settled by once enslaved free black people, but as of 2024 still has a population of just over 100. It's an unincorporated town. in zip code 08060, just off Rancocas Road. Oh, neat. That's not too far from me, at Blue Jay Hill Road in West Hampton. Huh. I might have to. That might have to be something I put in a Piney story. That's pretty quirky. ShopRite Cherrywood, Blackwood at former K-Mart. A lot of K-Mart being replaced. Sets planning board date. Oh, okay. So this would be a K-Mart. Is that? That's not really closer. No, that's further away for me. But seems awfully close to the Lindenwald one. I mean, the Lindenwald one would be on the same street, but maybe they're going to close that one down because that one is so small for the amount of people who use it now. It's. I used to go to that one all the time, but it's so mobbed when I go in there. I never go in it now. I go to the one on Choose Landing, but interesting. 5 New Jersey counties with the warmest summer temperatures. All right. Middlesex. Union up north, really? I would have thought it would have all been south. Gloucester, okay, that's further south. Camden, hello. And number 1 is Hudson, all the way up north, really? It's weird. Never would have guessed. Oh, that one, ignore that one. This Monday is a holiday. New Jersey would be foolish not to celebrate. National Bagel Day. To not celebrate this in the Garden State would be a slap in the face to the great bagel shops. Yes, it would. I recommend Sharky's Bagels. It's delicious. 2 new hotels proposed for Deptford Route 41, heading to planning review. Hotels in Deptford. There are a few, I think. I know there's at least 1 or 2. Why are they building more? That's near the ones that already exist. I kind of know where that is. Yeah, there's 42. I don't get why they're building them there. Who the heck goes to Deptford for the hotels? I mean, there's a mall there. There's, I don't know. Looks like they're taking over an old junkyard. That looks like an old junkyard in the satellite photo. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird they're building 2 new hotels in Deptford. Like, they're not building them near the shore. I guess, it's still like an hour away to the shore. It's weird. Doesn't seem like there's enough business either in Deptford. Oh, we'll do business in Deptford. No, it doesn't seem like enough. Look out, New Jersey. Another diner is opening in the Garden State. Well, we could always use more. Let's see. What is it? According to Boozy Burbs, promises to bring the freshest locally sourced ingredients. I like that. Country MKT Diner will be opening in Gloucester, New Jersey. Gloucester. Okay. Good. Sounds a bit, frou-frou. Oh, we're going to use local ingredients, but I kind of like that. I mean, according to this map here, in this picture, it's not that far north. Gloucester. I forget where Gloucester is. I've heard of it. Mexican restaurant coming to Avalon, New Jersey for summer of 2024. Avalon, very fancy down the shore. I assume it will be very high end. It's going to be located on the corner of 27th and Dune Drive. Before it was demolished, there was a Coldwell Banker Real Estate for over a decade across the street from Pirate Island Miniature Golf. Oh, okay. So you get your golf on, then go to the Mexican food place, which I'm sure will be mobbed in the summer and empty in the winter, as everything down the shore seems to go that way. Live near the New Jersey shore, you may have better mental health. Okay. Living near the ocean might just be the secret sauce for a healthier mind. They have people there who are within half a mile or 0.6 miles have a whopping 26% lower likelihood of developing mental health symptoms compared to their counterparts living a bit inland. Okay. Maybe we need to get all the crazy people in a asylum by the sea. This is the best barbecue joint in New Jersey according to Yelp. Okay. Looks good in the pictures. Henry's Hot's Barbecue in Hamilton. Oh, yeah, I think I've heard of this place. I think I mentioned it before. Oh, man, I got to get over there. Nuts, no pictures. Hamilton once again, man. A lot of stuff going on in Hamilton. Good for you. Yo, Galloway, New Jersey, you're officially getting your own Wendy's. I guess that's big news for Galloway. Galloway, of course, the last name of the characters in the Pineys. It's going to be located across from the PNC and the Wawa in front of the Wells Fargo Bank, kind of jamming it in there. Looks like Route 30 and some other double road. So, Galloway, congratulations. Enjoy your square hamburgers. Slot player hits for more than a 1.3 million in Atlantic City. I'd never seen anybody win on slots, really, but good for you, I guess. Was that the machine, a Willy Wonka machine? Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder's long gone, and there's his face on a slot machine. It seems tacky, doesn't it? But now he's just like, it's like Gene Wilder's now just a product, and his face gets put on stuff in that costume. That's what it feels like. Yeah. Oh, look, they got pictures of the other characters, too. It's a Willy Wonka slot machine. I kind of don't like those. I mean, I get it. It's kind of fun. They've done it for everything. Everything's being licensed into... It seems like everything is just licensed into a slot machine. It just... I don't know. Something tacky about it. And finally... this South Jersey restaurant has been named Best Breakfast Hole in the Wall. It is, of course, Lucille's Luncheonette. None of the pictures loaded. But Lucille's, of course, now has a new Jersey Devil statue. The old statue was kidnapped by a man from Ohio, I'm told, who put a chain around it and broke the statue off and dragged it away, and then I guess he put it in his truck, and they eventually caught him. I'm not sure why he pulled the statue down, but I can vouch for Lucille's. It's great. I've had breakfast there quite a few times. Next time I'll be back when the weather gets warm, because I have to sit outside at Lucille's. It's a bit of a small place, but delicious, can't be beat. And when the weather's nice, you can also sit outside. And that's it for me, Tony D. and Little Joan. Thanks for tuning in to the Piney Podcast, all things South Jersey. We'll see you